And this is just about exactly what I wanted. Just about exactly what I wanted. Good there. I'm going to keep this one. It's straight. It got my distal taper, got my cutting edge, got my tang drawn out. Now we're going to do we're going to work on making this thing happy. And I hope I can show a couple things by demonstration. Laser called no contact thermometer, and this was lucky that you can buy these that go from, I don't know, sub-zero temperatures up to like 800 or 900 degrees, and you can get them for $70 or something. But as soon as you get above like the 1500 to 2000 degrees, they take this huge leap in price to $400, $500, $600. Well, about 8 or 9 years ago, these were on eBay. I don't know how high it goes, but somebody was selling these things for $80 or $90. Right now, that's 512 degrees. But I could read high temperatures. I got it for the right price. Here's what I want to show. Interesting what this magnet can tell a person. That's steel. It's actually the iron in the steel. The atoms rearrange themselves. Still magnetic. The iron. I'm trying to revert to some high school science class. Magnetism is how all the atoms are arranged and affected by the North Pole, but heat rearranges them entirely. And when this steel, still magnetic, when this steel goes non-magnetic, it's 1,414 degrees. That tang, right, the tip is, I can see, is a brighter yellow. Here it's still magnetic, and here it's not. That tang, the tip of that tang just went 1,414 degrees. I wonder if you can see how this tang is a brighter orange on the tip than it is at the front. Here it's non-magnetic, here it still is magnetic. This is the color I'm after. So I can watch that color. Pull it out and check it. I want to get up to that. I want to get up to that ricasso. And if I don't want to, there, almost that whole tang. It's non-magnetic, but I wanted the same color. So I'm going to cool that down. Cool that tip down so that it comes up with the rest, so it's all an even temperature. It's just about exactly what I want. Now, watch. Here we're going dark, and the tip is going dark. Now it's going to go dark. I hope the camera picks this up. Look at this area. It's actually coming back brighter. It's brighter than this. Now look at the tip. The tip is coming back up bright. The tip is coming back up bright, and the dark area in the center of the tang has disappeared. And it was yellow, it was orange red, it cooled down, went dark, and it came back red, came back up red again. What was that all about? That's what ancients used to call it. You can see these shadows move through the steel. That's what they called the spirit in the steel. the steel structure, all the alloys in the steel going through a phase change. Going up, we're going from magnetic to non-magnetic into a higher range. Then coming back down, it's rearranging itself and everything's getting happy. Well, for that to occur is so violent, it actually generated heat. I can shoot it. I did this the other day. As it's going through this transformation, I can shoot it with my laser finder and watch the temperature climb back up. It's nuts. Now we're dealing with a much larger mass of steel. It's going to be a little more evident what's going on. Already we're starting to lose heat, but as the shadow moves across the blade, it's coming back up right behind it. Now watch, this whole blade's kind of going dark, but look at here comes it's coming up brighter again. That's called, as the color moves in, it's decoalescence, and as it goes through that and returns, it's called recoalescence. But now we're back to magnetic. And I was up high. I was intentionally aiming for about the 1600 degree range. And then I dropped down about 1500 degrees. And then I go just at about critical temperature, which is around, well, for the 1475, 1500 degrees. And then I'm going to quench it to create a new condition in the steel, referred to as martensite. And then it goes and sits in my digital oven at 1250 degrees for 2 hours. It distributes the carbon through the steel equally so that it machines easily. I thread my tang and so forth, so I need it easily machinable, which is called a subcritical anneal. And sets up the steel matrix for converting to austenite just prior to hardening. Just want to get where I'm going to now is about 1500 degrees. And it warmed up quite.
Oh yeah.
It's unbelievable. Okay, now we're at about 1500. And we're going to go through this cycle again. Now it's going to happen faster because I didn't go up as hot. There's not as much heat in the mass of steel to dissipate. It's already begun its grain reduction. Going dark already, and sometimes the second cycle happens so fast you almost can't see it. The tip's already coming back up to heat.
I can see it back here in the camera where it's making a
cool,
like a halo through.
Where on the thinner now, it's already done its return. There goes our shadow, full recoalescence. We're getting grain reduction. A happy piece of steel. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to turn the lights back on, but I'm going to let it go back to lose all color in a lit room, which is about 950 to 1000 degrees. Go back in the forge, bring it up to just above non-magnetic, and quench it to create the condition of martensite. Just lost its color. I'm going to switch tongs. I like to be able to hold it like this when I quench it, because I've already done the tang. One thing I want to do before I forget, I'm not sure I'm where I want to be. I think we're pretty well straight. It's the last chance I will have. That's really good. I usually like, if we weren't filming and I was just here by myself, I like to forge right. I actually turn my lights off and open the garage doors. And I like to forge in late afternoon light. And I'm not turning lights off and on. And I'm just, I'm real familiar with how things look in here. And one of these days we'll get Michael the Vagabond Worthy back here, and we'll forge up a bill of Damascus. You don't mind I call you that, do you?
Hell, I ain't figured out where home is. I move all over. I move all over. I don't know where I want to call home. Whatever direction my bike goes. So I run out of money the next time, then I'll make $1 and go down the road again.
I think you're going to get rich.
That'd be nice.
Just don't have it as a goal.
Yeah, no I don't.
Okay, bam. Here we go. This is kind of where we started. This is the knife we were after. I think we've replicated it very closely in length and width and dimension. We've tapered it down. In its thickest here, it's tapered down toward the point. Our cutting edge is tapered. Our tang is drawn down to meet the profile of the way I do my handles. I consider this a huge success today. Everything's nice and straight. We've done our thermal cycles, and I can see from what we've done. I can already see some of my Damascus pattern in here, which I call radical random. It's a highly distorted random pattern, and it's going to make a heck of a knife, and probably will end up in a knife show in Janesville, Wisconsin, at the end of March. Look for us there, Andersen Forge.